Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever you might be listening to this. This is the Buzz
Podcast.
Bucks Podcast. I'm Bert,
Buzzbikes. I'm Clegg.
and we're here for week 2 of the NHL season. I'm coming to you from a lovely hotel, so I'm hoping that this internet doesn't cut out at some point, but I guess we'll
Yeah, here's the
cross
hope.
that bridge when we get to it. Um, so we're only 2 weeks into the season, but I think there's a couple of teams I'm a little worried about.
There's a
Um,
couple teams you're a little worried about. Yes, absolutely.
There's plenty of time
I'm
to dig yourselves
still.
out, but we're at a point where I'm like, "Ugh." I think the
I'm
Kings
still
are one of
kind of
them.
saying, oh, there's no good teams.
Yeah,
You're still like, I'm still kind of saying that, but before we get into it, what are we drinking?
I am drinking the Gourd Reaper from Narragansett. It's a pumpkin ale.
Looks good. I didn't hear a word of that. You cut out, but
Okay, should we?
I
Oh boy, we'll see how this
but I
goes.
saw that it was Narragansett.
It's Narragansett pumpkin ale. Just to, I know, but I know it recorded me. But what are you
I saw the
drinking?
high neighbor,
Yeah,
so I knew it was Narragansett. I'm drinking the same Genesee cream ale as last week because I bought a 12 pack for $10. I didn't get all the way through that,
that's
but I
fair.
am also drinking the Deacon Skiff's 1911 Loganberry cider. So Loganberry's a big deal in Buffalo.
Loganberry. Okay,
Um, yeah,
interesting. I
it's
don't
like a
think I've ever had a
blackberry.
Loganberry.
It's like a blackberry mixed with a raspberry. They all the time over here, or seasonally over here. And it says this can makes me want to shout. It's also in Bills colors, like it's a whole like they're going
Well,
Buffalo
of course.
stuff.
All right. Well, hopefully we don't lose each other or whatever during this.
Or if we do, we can still bounce off
I
each
get
other.
that's true. All right. Let's just get to it before this internet shits the bed. I'll start with news. There's not a ton of news. Still first 2 weeks of the season. Nick Foligno of the Chicago Blackhawks, captain of the Chicago Blackhawks, is taking a leave of absence to tend to his daughter as she is having heart surgery. So
Right, she's going
we,
back to Boston, I believe,
yeah.
for that surgery.
So
Which, like, that's why he went to Boston in the first place a couple years ago.
makes sense.
So,
So
like, he's always
we wish
been
the Foligno
it
family are the
first.
best. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mark Scheifele became the all-time leading scorer in Jets history with
Yes, he did.
813 points. And, obviously he'll just keep setting that record as he keeps playing for them.
He passed Blake Wheeler.
Yes, he passed Blake Wheeler. And finally, Yarmir Yager, at 53 years old, is beginning his 38th career professional season in the Czech League, playing for his hometown team.
Pittsburgh already retired his jersey, right?
Yes,
They
they
did, they
retired
did that
it
last year.
last
Yeah,
year.
they were
Yeah.
just like, I'm not waiting anymore.
Yeah,
Got it.
they well for a little bit they were being kind of dicks about it because they were still mad about how he said with the first when he came back to the NHL after being away for a while. Apparently, he told the Penguins he was coming to them, and then he signed with the Flyers, and so old Penguins
Yeah,
ownership was mad about that. But now
right.
they were like, fuck it, and so they just retired his number
Yeah,
last year.
exactly.
Um, Let me run through my injuries. For
Yep.
Carolina, Kochekov is on the IR with a lower body injury. Jake Slavin out indefinitely with a lower body injury. Uh huh.
The coochie is out. The bussy is in.
Oh yes, that's true. Shane Gostisbehere is also day to day with a lower body injury. For Chicago, Dickinson, who I believe I can't remember if he was on the report last week or not, but he's day to day with an undisclosed injury. For Colorado,
Hmm.
Kivi Ranta is headed to the IR with a lower body injury. For Columbus, Miles Wood out about a week with an upper body injury.
Yeah.
And Gabranson day to day with an upper body injury. For Dallas, Lundqvist day to day with a lower body injury. For Minnesota, Bogosian, yep, still in the league, day to day
Still in the
undisclosed,
league.
still in the league.
Still not wearing a face mask.
Insanity. For Nashville, Marchessault day to day with a lower body injury. For the Devils, McEwen to the IR with an upper body injury, and Markstrom out 2 to 3 weeks with a lower body injury that he sustained in one of the
Yeah,
games this week. All things considered, I guess it could have been worse, but
could have been worse. He played the rest of the game
he
because
played the rest
Allen
of the
was not
period.
available.
No, he played the rest of the period. Allen was available, or
I'm
I
pretty.
don't know. There's a game where they both played, and Mark
Oh,
Strom only
really?
played one period. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Um,
weird. And why didn't?
I
Then
don't
why
know.
did they say he was unavailable?
I
Stupid.
maybe it was he was unavailable for the rest of that period or
Yeah.
something like that. Maybe he was in the bathroom or something. For the Islanders, Romanov day to day with an undisclosed injury. For the Rangers, and this is a big one, Vinny Trocheck's on the LTIR with that
Yes, he is.
upper body injury, which
He tore
really
a
blows a
tricep or
hole.
something.
Yeah, it's bad. Blows a hole in their center depth that was already not great. So now it's
Yep.
now Zabinajad has to go back to center, which was a
Oof.
problem last year. And I think
Yeah,
chiefly
it
why they
was.
got JT Miller was so Zabinajad would not have to play center anymore, and now he does. For St. Louis, Lucic, who is on the Blues, in case anybody forgot, day to day lower body injury, and Tarapchenko day to day.
Milan?
Yeah, Milan Lucic, and Tarapchenko day to day with an upper body injury. Isn't that crazy?
Milan.
I'll double
But
check
but Milan we
afterwards.
know.
I'm pretty sure it's the Milan we know. Yeah. For Utah, Sean Dursey is on the IR with a shoulder injury. And for Washington,
That's not good.
Dylan McElrath, who I didn't realize was still in the league, day to day lower body injury. And Pierre Luc Dubois to the IR with a lower body injury. That's it.
Yeah, he's skating non-contact. So
That's all for my guys. Your turn.
okay. Yeah, no. Milan Lucic.
Yeah, I was just
He
looking it up
is
too.
currently playing on a PTO.
Still? No, they had to
I
assign. I
guess.
thought PTOs only are for the preseason.
Maybe you can't get rid of someone if he got injured before.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it. Maybe he got hurt in the
Preseason.
preseason. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna do my injuries first. Be a little weird here for the Pacific. Um, Edmonton, because Barry Kapanen day to day undisclosed. This injury happened yesterday, so we'll see how long that is.
Hmm.
For the Kings, Anze Kopitar is week to week with a foot injury after taking a shot off the foot.
Oh, I think that was in the Penguins game they played this week. I believe.
Yep, and then Darcy Kemper is listed as day to day with a lower body.
Things are not looking great
Um,
for the Kings so far.
well, they weren't looking great for the Kings with the signings that they made.
I mean, dude, yeah, wrong. You've been saying that for weeks at this point. Yeah.
Well, they finally broke up the Dumoulin CC pair,
Mm.
but CC hockey ain't great. Um, Jordan Spence is looking pretty good in Ottawa. Um,
Yeah, weird.
I mean he's in sheltered minutes, but he's
Still.
looking good in those
Yeah.
sheltered minutes, and maybe you could have sheltered him in the Kings, but whatever.
Nah, that's stupid.
San Jose, Klingberg day to day with a lower body, and Liljegren is on the IR with an upper body. Both those injuries, actually, the last four injuries happened the 15th of October. Um, Seattle's Freddie Gaudreau, 4 to 6 weeks with an upper body. That happened on the 18th.
Mm.
Vancouver got hit hard this week. Philip Hedel is currently listed as no, he just got moved to the IR today. Says undisclosed. It is upper body for probably concussion after that
Mm.
Wilson hit.
Right. Right.
Yeah, did him didn't hit him in the head, but that whiplash
Yeah.
was not good.
Not great.
And I man, I want to see Lehkonen. It's not it. It's Lek Lekiramaki.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
close enough. Yeah,
Um,
Lakaramaki.
uh, he also got injured during the Caps game. He got put on the IR. It is listed as undisclosed as well. Um,
Wiener injury.
for the Vegas Golden Knights, Brett Howden is day-to-day lower body that occurred on the 14th, so he missed the rest of the games that week,
Okay.
this week. So we'll see when he comes back. And Mark Stone is currently listed as week to week with a wrist injury.
Oh, not his back this time.
He was he was just announced. I mean, he took a slash to the wrist,
Oh, okay.
probably
Fair
broke
enough.
something.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Um, probably broke something, so he'll be week to week. I mean, he's never played a full season in his entire career.
True. Still a
Um,
fantastic player.
well, I mean, if he could, like, the conversation around this or him has been, man, if he was healthy, because the man can't stay healthy and he can't skate to an NHL level.
Hmm.
Um, if he was healthy and could skate, he'd be like the best player ever.
Yeah, he'd be up there.
But he's already fantastic.
Yeah.
Always injured, not being able to skate.
If
He just
he
has such a hockey brain, and his hands are there.
yeah, I mean, if he
Yeah,
could stay
but
healthy and could skate, you could maybe assume he would be in the Hall of Fame uh,
absolutely. I mean, hey,
conversation at this point.
if he couldn't, even if he could still couldn't skate, but could just stay healthy,
Yeah,
like
even that. Yeah,
he's
even
already in
that.
that conversation.
I mean, I assume whenever he retires, somebody will probably try to make a try to put him
Hall
into
of
the
Fame
Hall of
case.
Fame. But
Yeah,
um, I don't know. He strikes me at the end of his career as like a hall of really good guys, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
hey,
I
I mean,
mean,
if they win another an, another Stanley Cup, he wins a Conn Smythe
I mean
or whatever. It'd
his
be hard to
ability to
argue against it.
produce is like not in question.
And he's one of the
Like
better defensively minded wingers to ever play the game, which
exactly.
is not a normal thing for that
No,
position.
not at
So,
all.
and now they have now they have Marner too on that team, which is another
Hmm.
very good offensively and defensively
Absolutely.
minded winger, which is crazy that they have two of them now.
Which is, I mean, it's one of the reasons Dorfiev has gone off
Hmm.
this that first week.
Yeah.
Um, let's go to the news for the Pacific.
Okay.
The Kings get Phoenix Copley from Tampa Bay for future considerations.
Got him back.
Got him back, which kind of makes me wonder about this temper injury. I don't think it's day to day.
Could be much worse, yeah. But they,
Exactly.
I mean, there was no better options than Phoenix Copley.
Apparently, there was a handshake agreement between whatever team Copley went to that it was
Ah,
just a
I see.
like he came back to the Kings
As soon as he could.
as soon as
Yeah.
he was needed.
Okay. Well, I guess good on Tampa Bay for honoring that then.
So he
But
just hung out with
he just hang out with
like they're,
Vasilevsky for a few weeks.
they're probably just the future considerations is probably just what Tampa paid for him, like
Probably.
salary
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah. You're right. You're probably right. It's like here's the
um,
75K that you paid him already.
oh, I forgot a couple of outs. Both Vancouver, Brock Besser is out for personal reasons. Both
Mm.
Besser and Brandon Montour, Seattle, are out for personal reasons.
Well, hopefully it's nothing
Um,
serious and they can come back soon.
yeah. Then the last thing is Vegas signed Carter Hart.
Yeah.
Try to brush that away just like Vegas did.
Yeah, yeah, they were like, "Oh, yeah, 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 we signed him." Yeah.
Look,
Here's the thing. I mean, let's be totally fair. They did get acquitted of
he's
it.
found he, he was
So
he was acquitted. Um,
I think they probably still did something morally questionable, but they were
yeah,
acquitted. So
even if it wasn't morally questionable, it's just gross.
yeah,
Um,
I don't
like
know. It's
even if it wasn't morally questionable, it was gross. Like and also like either you're slut shaming or like which isn't
Yeah,
fair to the woman. Like it's
yeah.
either way. Like
So of those five
um
guys that were in that court case, the only one that I assumed would get signed eventually was Carter Hart
was hard.
because he was the best of
I
the
just
five of them. But he hasn't played in like
I
what, a year and a half, 2 years.
yeah I just don't like how it was the constant through line talking about culture. Like from
Yeah,
all the player interviews,
yeah,
like
for Vegas,
culture,
yeah.
culture, culture, yada yada. Like when Mitch
Marner.
Miller, no, the Boston kid, when Boston signed that kid that bullied
Oh,
the
right,
special
right,
kid,
right, right. I don't
like the
remember his
players
name.
came
Yeah,
out. Um,
didn't
I think Mitchell was his last name,
didn't the kid that he
but like
bullied though? Didn't he come out and say that that kid made amends with him or something? Or am I
no,
thinking of something else?
no, he said they tried or
Oh,
he
okay,
tried, but
okay.
it was half-hearted.
Sorry, I'm misremembering
Like
the whole
it
story.
wasn't real.
Got it.
Trying to make amends. Uh, but like the players came out, like went against um management there. And I'm not saying that the Vegas players should have done that here. I just like it's
Yeah, I don't know.
you don't have to like the it was the same talking points that made it obvious that they were coached through this. It's just like
Yeah,
you guys can have a little bit of an original thought.
I mean, even if one of you would have said that shit ain't happening on this team,
Right.
even that would have been at least slightly acceptable. And be like, no, we'll keep him
Like
in line.
you can
Something like
say
that. Even if you don't mean it.
you can out like culture and that your your group of guys has a strong culture and you hope to bring him into it,
Sure. Yeah.
but not like
I don't know that I would believe
he's
you if
all
you said that, but
right. I mean, you don't have to believe that, but it's just it's
yeah,
just hard.
it's just hard to. I don't know. It's not a great PR look for Vegas.
No, they just did it poorly.
Yeah.
Like you can do it better,
Yeah, they
or
could
just
have
say
made
you
an
don't care.
announcement like,
Uh,
look, yeah, or just say you don't care. You could also just say you don't care.
yeah,
It'd be like, no, he's a good player. We wanted him. I mean, at least
yeah,
you're being honest then, right?
right. Um.
What
So
else you
yeah,
got?
that's the last of the Pacific. For the Atlantic. Montreal, Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton get extended.
Yep.
So the GM
I
and
I think they
or
deserve
assistant
it.
GM.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With what they've done,
Um,
this team looks great. Looks like it'll be
absolutely.
set up for the future. All of their young players are locked in through 2030, I think,
Yep.
on very
Hmm.
reasonable contracts. So, great job. They deserve a contract extension for sure.
Yes. Yes. Um. For Florida, right? Shand gets the max amount for unsportsmanlike conduct during the Buffalo game.
Yeah. Just you said
Uh,
Brad Marchand. You cut out there for a second. So Brad Marchand got
yes.
fined. Yes.
Brad Marchand fined unsportsmanlike conduct for the Buffalo Sabres game. I feel like he should have gotten suspended.
I unfortunately did not watch the clip of this, but I saw he was like throwing a fit or something, right?
Yeah, so he got cross-checked behind by Darlene.
Mm-hmm.
So he waited a little bit later for a chance to kind of trip Darlene, and then he jumped him.
Ah, I see.
Um, so like he tripped him, threw off his gloves, and just started wailing on him
Mm.
on his back. So like didn't get a chance to defend himself.
Real
Now,
brave guy thing to do.
absolutely, but what got him fined is he ended up with Darlene's helmet, took
Ah,
it with him to the box, and actually ripped off the ear straps and threw them onto the ice. So he defaced the player equipment, and I think that might be a suspension.
What? Oh my god! What a toddler! What a toddler thing to do! Like Jesus Christ! From
Well,
like
it was
a
fun
dude
because
in his late 30s.
um, it's it was funny because watching the clip, like you see him like throw the ear like rip the ear strap off while in the box and throw.
Hmm.
And Darlene, they flip the camera to Darlene, and you just see him go like mouth, wow, now you fucked up. Because he was just in the center of the ice,
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
um, but he
That's
didn't get
funny.
penalized for like he didn't get an unsportsman conduct on top of that. He got called for roughing, but
Huh.
it was just the unsportsman like wasn't called during the game.
I wonder if there's just like not technically a rule about that kind of thing. You know what I
I
mean?
don't. That's possible.
And maybe they'll add one in the off season to be
Yeah.
like, okay, if you intentionally break another player's equipment, you get suspended for a game. Brad,
Well,
you can call it the
I
Brad
mean,
Marchand rule.
no, I mean you see guys break hockey sticks of other guys all the time. Like
Yeah,
they
that's
like
not what I mean necessarily. I mean like
like
outside of
ripped
their
off another
stick. Yeah,
dude, ripped off another dude's helmet and then broke
and
his helmet.
and then broke his helmet. Yeah, that's more what I mean. Because hockey sticks,
So yeah,
like you
he got
slash and they break. You maybe don't
yep.
necessarily mean to do that kind of thing, right? But
Well,
it,
there's so many instances of like guys getting hit into like the opposing team's bench,
mm-hmm,
and you'll just see someone else on the bench just step on like stomp the stick.
yeah, well, I in that case maybe that,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's so childish to do because you know they have
Oh,
another stick. It doesn't mean they're gonna stop playing.
absolutely. All right. Let me continue to Toronto for news. Robertson is on the trade block officially,
Again,
which again,
I feel like this guy's
and
played. He's like 23 or something, and I
yeah,
feel like he's been on the trade block his entire career, which is like
yep.
3 years.
Because he's also kind of injury prone or dealt with injuries, so he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time.
Yeah.
Um, what's next? John Tavares becomes the fourth player to score 500 points for two different teams.
How many? Fourth player, you said?
Fourth player
Well, that's
score 500 points for two different teams.
Gretzky is one of them.
Yes.
Do you know
Mm-hmm.
them off the top of your head?
I do. I do
Okay.
actually know them off
Well,
the top of my head.
Gretzky's definitely one of them.
Yep, with the Oilers and the Kings.
Mm-hmm. Is Teemu
That
Solani
one
one
was
of them?
almost no, but that was Gretzky was almost 1,000 points with both teams. Which is
That's
wild.
insanity.
Um,
Oh, is Ron Francis one of them?
yes,
Yeah, with
he
the
was the
Penguins
third
and the
player.
Whalers.
Whalers/Hurricanes.
Yeah, Whalers/Hurricanes. Um, is it Gordie? It wasn't Gordie Howe, was it?
No.
Nah, I didn't think so. Wait,
It is a Gretzky teammate.
is it Messier? No.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yes.
I couldn't remember. Was it with the Rangers? Was the other team?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember how long he played for the Rangers.
Enough to get 500
enough
points.
to get 500 points. So there you go. I was gonna guess him
So he's
right
the fourth
away, and
player
I
to
was
ever
like,
do
did he only play on the Rangers for like a couple seasons? I couldn't remember.
I mean, he was longer on the Rangers than it was on Vancouver.
Yeah. He was on Vancouver for what, 2 years, I think, something like that, and he absolutely fucked that team's locker room up.
Gutted it.
Yeah.
So that's all the news for the Atlantic. The injuries for Buffalo. Jacob Bryson's day to day with an upper body. He's actually in concussion protocol.
Okay.
So that happened during the Panthers game. So we'll see how long he is out. Justin Danforth is on the IR with a lower body. That happened on the 15th. Detroit, Patrick Kane, day to day upper body. That also occurred the 15th. This one is This one is going to be a little bit of a problem for Montreal. All did not play the Rangers game, so this all happened right before the Rangers game. Um, Line and Doc are both day to day for lower bodies,
Mm.
and Caden Gooley is 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's the
They
problem.
that got proven last year when he was out of the lineup, and they had a terrible record when he was out of the lineup.
Hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, their younger
Noah
defensemen are a
Dobson.
year older. Maybe Hudson can cover up for it more, but that's a hard
Yeah,
task.
and Dobson's back,
Oh, and Noah
or not
Dobson.
back, just on
Well,
the
they
team.
have Noah Dobson. Yeah,
Um,
that's true. That'll help. So maybe it won't be quite as bad as last year. I keep forgetting Noah Dobson's on Montreal. Um,
he scored his first point this
what
week,
a
or got
stupid
his first goal this week.
what a stupid trade that was. What a dumb ass trade
um,
by the Islanders. I know they got a lot for it. I know they got like a first round pick plus more, but like c- come on. like you could have both Matthew Schaefer and Noah Dobson on your blue line.
could you could
Why not, right? Whatever. I'm not the Islanders general manager.
um for Ottawa, Brady Kachuk is out for 6 to 8 weeks after having surgery on his thumb.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for Ottawa.
Yeah, it already has been.
Yep.
Tampa Bay, I think it's Max Crozier, is
Okay.
on the IR for a undisclosed injury. He's one of the guys playing defense for that team. He's played 4 games, so
That team's not looking so hot, so
it's the depth already
that's
in that defense.
already a problem, yeah. Is this
And
finally the year
Kucherov is
Tampa Bay finally craters?
might be
I don't know if I got
Kucherov
recording.
is day to day with illness, so he could be back at any moment.
Okay. Well,
No, it's hard because again, Tampa's hard because their offense is elite,
yeah,
but that defense
that
has a
defense
lot of
bad.
questions.
I mean, Vasilevsky can make up for some of it, but not all of it.
But how long are you going to run him into the ground?
Forever, probably. I mean, he's one of
I
the
mean, he's
goalies
only.
that could play like up to 70 games and probably be fine.
I mean,
Not that you want
yes,
to do
he's
that,
only
but
1 year older than Shesterkin.
yeah, that's
He's only
crazy.
1 year older than Shesterkin, but he's been playing since he's 18.
hmm I remember when
So
he got his first got his break really because it was in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Penguins because Ben
yeah,
Bishop
but
got hurt
and
and
Bishop
then Vasilevsky came in and nearly stole the series for them. And then it's
was
been
either Ben Bishop or
Vasilevsky.
Martin Jones.
No, it was Ben Bishop. I remember I watched that game because he like went down to make a pretty routine save and like his knee just
Exploded.
yeah
Yeah,
and
the story of Ben Bishop,
yeah,
unfortunately.
unfortunately, yeah. And I remember that happening, and I'm a Penguins fan, so obviously my first thought was that's terrible. My second thought was, well, we're gonna win now because there goes their starting goalie. But then Vasilevsky came in and nearly stole the series, so karma on me. All
Oh,
right. And,
one last thing,
hmm
because um, tonight I believe is Game 7 of the
Oh, Mariners
AL
Blue Jays.
Championship
Yeah.
Series. Mariners, Blue Jays, Toronto. Uh, Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's been on fire this playoffs, he ended up rocking the Austin Matthews jersey ahead of a Game 7,
Mm,
uh, something that the Leafs have never won
it is tonight to
in
confirm.
in any Matthews era. Did Guerrero accidentally jinx the team?
We'll see. I mean, I honestly, I don't really have a dog in that race. If either one of those teams go into the World
I would
Series, I want either one of them to win over the Dodgers. I don't know
over the
if that'll
Dodgers, yeah.
happen, but I would rather, I guess, the Mariners do it because the Mariners have never won a championship, and the Blue Jays have, I think.
Blue Jays have won two.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like in the early
They won
'90s or
in
something like that.
They won in 94, 95.
Yeah, it's
They
something
might
like
have won
that.
2 years in a row.
I think. Yeah, I think so.
I know it was 94. I know they won in 94.
So let's go one of those teams and please beat the Dodgers. So that's
Absolutely.
where I'm at.
I'm sorry. I hope I don't want Clayton Kershaw to like walk into the sunset. He had his chance last year to walk off into the sunset then.
True. True. It's just
Go on.
it's just so
Go on,
easy to
kid.
pull against them when they spend more money than the GDP of like most of the countries in the world. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's easy to pull against them and the Yankees because those that's what
That
and
oh
the
yeah.
Mets. But the Mets are terrible at doing it. So
I mean, you can root more for the Mets for spending that much
yeah, I
money,
guess compared to the
especially because
Dodgers and the
they're gonna.
Yankees, but they fuck it
Yeah,
up.
they're the Mets. Um,
All right, you wanna go first this week with
yeah, sure. I'll go
teams?
first this week. We're gonna start with Pacific. Um, I'm just gonna say, not many teams. I don't have that many players of the week for a lot of these teams,
Okay,
especially in the Pacific. Anaheim. They went this week 1-1-1.
balanced as
They
all things
are
should be.
2-2-1 on this young season so far.
Okay, that's fine. That's a fine
Uh,
start.
yeah, I mean it's a step up from last season
Yeah,
already. They started their week by beating Pittsburgh 4-3. Chris Kreider, go
fucking hate Chris Kreider. Uh oh, we lost him. Okay, we're back. Lost each other there
continues.
for a second, but now we're back.
Chris Kreider continues to torment the Penguins,
Yeah, I hate him,
having a 2-goal, 1 assist game.
including the game winner
Uh,
with like less than a minute left or less than 2 minutes left or something like that.
yep. They were 2 for 6 on the power play in that game. Then they lose to Carolina 1-4. Carlson had the only goal in that game for the Ducks.
Mm.
And then they finished the week by losing to Chicago in overtime. Um, in a, I saw this recap on ESPN,
Mm-hmm.
which I can't believe they wrote this. Um, I honestly can't believe they wrote this. It said um, the Ducks lose in overtime in Quinville's first time back at the United Center since the sexual assault. His involvement in sexual assault. Just like what? They called him out. They called him out.
I also don't think that's true because he was
He,
coaching the Panthers.
he didn't last the season.
Did he not? Oh, I thought he
No,
was there
he
for at
did
least
not.
one season. Okay, that's a crazy thing to write. I mean, not untrue, but but it's a crazy thing to write.
Yeah,
Hey, I mean, you know what? Kudos to whoever was the author of that title.
or or if he did, or if he was. Well, it's his first time being back at the United Center since he was in like his
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
since
Before
the
he was
sexual assault
implicated in
found.
it. Before he was
Yes,
implicated in it.
there it
Yes,
is.
at the very least.
Yeah,
Um,
so just
yeah.
again a
What a jab to
crazy thing to
throw in
write.
there. Yeah. I whoever wrote that was like, hey, don't forget that he did this, or
Hell,
well,
it might have
he
been
didn't do it.
AI.
He was part of the cover up.
He
Oh,
was part of the cover
you
up,
know
but
what?
like
It
it
could have
could have been
it
AI.
could have been AI. That actually I would believe was AI because I could see ChatGPT being like, this fucker. Remember,
Right.
he was part of this scandal, and this was his first time back. And if that was incorrect, that would also make
It
sense for
makes
ChatGPT
it
or
also
whoever
makes
to
sense.
write it.
Uh,
Even if it was
ah,
an ESPN writer and it was wrong, that would still not surprise me. ESPN's not
well,
great
no, I mean it was his first time being back at the United Center since
since getting fired
getting
and
fired.
getting
Yeah,
being like
that's what
ostracized.
it is.
Yeah, yeah, true, true, true.
Um,
Hilarious.
again, wild thing to say. It's not wrong. I'm all
No,
for
it's
it,
not
but
wrong.
I never thought I would see it. Um, The Anaheim's power play was 3 for 15 on the week. Got a lot of chances. And they
Yeah,
were
I
six
think
for seven on the penalty kill.
15 might be. I think that's higher than any of mine.
Yeah, it's not higher than any of mine. I had a couple of ridiculous ones. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Nolan had to kill 7 penalties.
That's pretty good.
They don't have a top player because no one had more than 3 points. Kreider had those
Mm.
3 points in one game. So
Yeah, yeah. I have a team like
I think
that too, where somebody had 4 points, but they were all in one game, so I'm not going to give that to them.
Carlson did have 3 points as well. Like his was spread out
Sure,
more, but
sure.
only had 3 points.
I think we've mentioned it, both of us. One of our criteria is having more than a point per game in the week to be the
There
top
are
player a lot of
extenuating
the time.
circumstances,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
but for the most part.
But for the most part, yeah.
Next up is Calgary, who 0-3.
Calgary is one of the teams I'm like, uh-oh, this is a really bad start for you guys.
They are not because they're not scoring.
Are they in
Like
last
their defense
place?
isn't good either.
They're
Yes.
below a team that doesn't have any wins. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'll look. I think last time I looked,
Depending on
they were
any
below.
overtime losses.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
they were below a team that didn't have any wins.
because they only have 2 points. All right, but let's go into these
They are.
3 losses real quick.
They are
Wow.
because that team has a game in hand on them and has 2 overtime losses.
Oh. So what's rough is they played Vegas twice this week.
Mm.
So game 1 was a 2-4 loss. Backlund had a goal in that game, and then the scoreline was close, but this was not a close game at all. Losing to Utah 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Cooley, the goalie responsible for the quote, "Doesn't matter, we all die someday." After he,
It's crazy.
guess what team he played for?
San Jose.
Guess what team he played for? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He just got shelled.
I knew he was on San Jose. That's so funny. We all die someday.
He had a 935 save percentage.
Hey, good for him.
Because they were outshot 32-20.
Yikes.
And then this last game was also against Vegas. At Vegas, Wolf gets chased. Cooley steps in, losing 6-1. Block shots was 10-21. So
I have one worse than that.
I know I think it's one of
You know
we
what
played
team?
each other.
No,
Yeah, I do.
you know what team it is, and they had. Now this could be the scorekeeper fucking with them, but they had
one block shot.
one block shot in the game.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. I wrote it down in mine.
It's.
Which is
I
wild
laughed
for
so
one
hard
shot.
when I saw that.
So, yeah. Calgary's power play was 2 for 8, and their penalty kill was 8 for 11. They don't have a top player.
Well, 0-3 will do that.
Yeah, Edmonton. Not much better.
Yeah.
Going 1-3 this week. They are 2-3.
I didn't realize they played 4 games.
They played 4 games. 3 of them were against your teams.
Mm-hmm. They were. I think it was they were in the New York area, right?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
And then they went to Detroit.
Right.
So, shut out the Rangers 2-0 at Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Skinner gets 30 for 30 for the shutout. Trent Frederick gets the winning goal.
Who had that on their bingo card? Anybody?
Well,
no?
he scores the first goal in the second period,
goal.
and then it's Adam Henrique who hits the empty netter.
Jesus. I mean, look, Trent Frederick's not a bad player. He's a third, fourth line grinder kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not a fancy kind of player, but Adam Henrique, who I think is in his upper 30s at this point, scoring the other goal.
He's still only mid 30s.
Is he? Oh, okay. He's just been
He's
around
still
for
only
so
mid 30s.
long.
Yes, he has.
He's played for so long. It just seems like he should be like 50 at this point.
I think he's 36. I think we've had this conversation
I think we
pretty
have.
recently.
Yeah. I'm bad at remembering
Um,
players' ages, clearly.
Next up, they lose against the Islanders, 2-4. The Islanders were winless before this game.
Shameful.
Um, they had a shorthanded goal scored against them, which is shameful when it comes to the Islanders, who have an awful penalty kill.
They're really bad penalty kill. They still do.
Then they lose to the Devils, 3-5.
It's a little less shameful.
Well, some of the mistakes that Bouchard made directly led to goals.
How's that 10.5 million feeling now?
Yeah. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins did have 2 goals in this game.
There you go.
Bouchard gets his pocket picked by Jack Hughes at the blue line.
Yeah.
At their own blue line.
It's not good.
Like they were going towards. They were in the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jack Hughes just took it right off his stick.
Yep, and was completely by himself against Calvin Pickard, and Pickard doesn't have a chance there.
No. Here's a thought. Why didn't Edmonton sign Carter Hart? You know.
Well, because they got Connor Ingram. Now they shouldn't.
Okay.
They shouldn't have put Ingram in the AHL to let him get better. I think they should have just put him as Skinner's backup.
Yeah.
And send Pickard down.
You know, take the PR aspect out of it. Right? Why don't you just get Carter Hart? He was right there.
Right. It's right there. And we already know Edmonton doesn't care about the PR with Stan Bowman.
No, they do not.
So
Stan Bowman, the other part of the Quinville Chicago fiasco.
Yeah. Then they finished the week by losing to Detroit 2-4. Kulik had 2 assists in that game. They didn't have to kill any penalties, and they were over 1 in that 4 power plays. They were 1 for 8 on the power play with 2 shorthanded goals against on the week.
Not great.
-1 for 8.
-1 for 8.
And then 9 for 11 on the penalty kill. They don't have a top player.
Dang.
The Los Angeles Kings didn't play a single one of my other teams this week.
Oh.
So.
Because I know Carolina and Pittsburgh were in California this week, I believe.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
But the Kings went to Minnesota to lose in a shootout against the Wild. That's the game where Wallstad hot dogged the shootout win.
It's always fun to see that pad stack hot dog.
Oh. Backup rookie goalie.
Yeah.
Hot dog in a shootout win. It was great.
It's awesome.
Quentin Byfield had a 1 goal, 1 assist that game. And again, this was 3 for 3, went to the shootout. The Kings were 3 for 6 on the penalty kill.
Ooh.
I think there's your problem.
Bad. That's bad.
Then they lose to Pittsburgh, 2-4. Kemper or Fogle was named one of the 3 stars of this game. He did have a goal, so he had to have played well otherwise to get named the 3rd star in this game. Got a shorthanded goal against. Got scored on the power play against. Not a good game for Kings there. And then they finished their week by losing to Carolina in overtime. Kempe had 2 assists. They were outshot by Carolina 40-28.
Yeah. Not the biggest shot disparity this week, though.
No. I'll be talking about that team next.
Yep.
The Kings were 2 for 6 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against, and then they were 7 for 11 on the penalty kill.
It's pretty bad.
Be better.
I got to tell you,
Uh, I,
I have a team that we'll get to towards the end of the episode that was 2 for 7 on the penalty kill this week.
oh my god.
Can you? They played 4 games. Can you guess what their record was?
Uh, they were probably like 4-0.
They were 3-1, and they went 2 for 7 on the
Okay.
penalty kill. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
They do have two top players. They're both on the same line. Adrian Kempe, Quentin Byfield, both had 1 goal, 3 assists. So
Right on.
top line's working.
Yeah, Byfield's starting to come into his own, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
All right. So next up is San Jose. 0-3.
Yep.
And
For the season
not
so
a
far.
fun 0, not a fun 0-3. Like
No.
losing by 1 goal in the very end. No.
No. Unfortunately, they're not
Kinda,
looking great so far.
kind of ugly. Um, they're 0-3-2.
Yep.
The 1-5 loss against Carolina, where this is the game you were talking about. They were outshot by Carolina 43-17.
Yep.
So the fact that it was only 5-1, not bad. For
Not bad, really.
and company. Oh, I should have checked block shots by San Jose. Oh well.
Oh, you know what? Still not the biggest shot disparity.
No, it's not for shot disparity or block shot disparity. I just want to see how many extra shots would
Here,
have happened.
I'll look it up. Good, keep going. That
All
was
right.
against Carolina, right?
Next up, yes, 3-6 loss against Utah. Mammoth. Skinner had a goal and assist in that game. They were outshot 34-21, so not great either.
Mm-mm.
And finally, they got shut out by Pittsburgh at home. Nedeljkovic does have a 9-2 percentage game. He played great.
He did what he could.
Power play for the week was 2 for 10, and the penalty kill was surprisingly 7 for 8.
One thing's going
They don't
right.
have a top player.
Okay, you want to hear this block shots?
Yes, for Carolina. For
San Jose did have 18 block shots in that game to Carolina's 8. So that's
add 18 to 43.
61 to 25
Jesus Christ.
is the total shots. Or shots attempted, I guess. 61 to 25. It's pretty crazy.
We're going to move on to Seattle.
Okay.
Who went 2-0-1.
Still no regulation loss for them.
Still no regulation loss.
All 4 teams that didn't have a regulation loss from last week still do not.
The thing is, they only have 1 regulation win.
Hey, they're getting points at the very least, right?
Yes, they are, but when it comes to tiebreak, that's going to be a problem.
I know,
Also,
but they gotta
how
get points.
sustainable
They gotta
is
bank points. No, it's not sustainable. Not this team.
Hey,
If we're Colorado is one of the other teams that doesn't have a regulation loss. Colorado, I would say, more sustainable. Seattle,
Yep.
significantly less sustainable.
Yes, because again, at 3 wins, or they only had 1 of their 5 games not go to overtime. That's it.
It's pretty crazy to start the season like that.
Now a lot of these are coming back. Like they are coming back to tie it right before regulation, but the reverse is also there where they blow leads. Have blown some leads. First game of the week was the overtime loss against Montreal. I believe Montreal had a couple of overtime games as well. I'll get to it when we get to mine.
Okay.
McCann had a goal and assist in this game. Then the shootout loss against Ottawa. group hour in net here. Chandler Stevenson had 2 goals in this game, and they outshot Ottawa 33-23.
Okay.
And finally, the overtime win against uh, Toronto, uh, where Josh Mahura scores the overtime game winner.
Oh,
Defender
yeah.
has not scored since he played for Toronto.
How old is Josh Mahura?
Yeah. Um, let me check.
Wasn't there another defenseman named
He
Mahura? Or is it the same guy?
that's his brother,
Oh, okay.
I believe. I think there's 2 Mahuras.
I was gonna say, is that his dad? Like, no way, right? I don't think that Mahura's that old that his son would be in the league already.
Um, Josh Mahura is 27.
Yeah, they must be brothers or cousins or something.
Uh, nope, I'm wrong. He never played for Toronto, but
I
the
think you're
last
thinking
time
of the
he
other
did,
Mahura.
no, the last time he scored was against Toronto. So,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
so, that's just what it is. Luke is his brother.
Luke Mahura. Okay.
Uh, mm, but all right, continuing on. Uh, Seattle was 3 for 9 on their power play on the week, and their penalty kill was 6 for 8. Um, Chandler Stevenson and Shane Wright are their co-top players, both having two
Hey.
goals and 2 assists.
Shane Wright coming along. Finally.
Coming along. Um,
They're going to need that with Matty Beniers, right? They need their other young
yeah,
players to start taking a step forward. Maybe they are. Maybe this is
that
more sustainable than we think it is,
yeah,
but
maybe they are.
we won't know for like a couple more weeks at least where Seattle kind of shakes out, right?
I just looked it up. Josh Maher's last goal was 2 years ago as a member of the Florida Panthers
Ah,
against Toronto.
maybe I am thinking of Josh Mahura. I could have sworn there was another
I think
guy.
you are.
Yeah, I must be thinking of
I
Josh
think you
Mahura.
are.
I guess I thought he was way older than he actually is.
Um, all right. Vancouver went 3-1 this week.
Yay.
They started the week by losing to St. Louis at home,
Okay.
2-5. Kiefer Sherwood did score 2 goals in that game, including a shorthanded goal. Then they went. Then they're going on a road trip, so they went to Dallas and beat them 3.
Nice.
Quinn Hughes goal and assist in that game.
Nice.
Then they beat Chicago in a shootout, 3-2. Lankinen with a 9.39 save percentage in this game before the shootout. And then they went to Washington and beat them 4-3. Though at one point they were up 4-0.
Oh, Washington almost came back.
Washington almost came back because they scored that third goal with 2.5 minutes left. They pulled the goalie, scored, and were buzzing around, but Demko was able to hold them off. Tyler Myers had a goal and an assist in this game.
Crazy. That's
in
crazy.
which he scored his 100th career goal.
Good for him. I mean, Tyler Myers predominantly defensive defenseman, so
former Buffalo Sabres first round pick.
Yep. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. He's had a successful career.
Yeah, he has. The block shots.
I think only Buffalo and Vancouver, I think, are the only teams he's played for. Go ahead. Block shots. Yep.
23-1.
Yep. 1 for Washington, apparently.
1 block shot is I don't know. I mean, maybe
I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the game, but
maybe they wanted to give Lindgren his sight lines, but
1 block shot is pretty bad if that's true.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Now, like I said before, this could be the stat keeper just fucking with Washington for some reason, but
well, there was a stat mistake earlier this week that was eventually fixed by the time we recording, where it said there was a team was 3 for 2 on the power play, which is impossible.
150%.
150% on the power play.
That'll pad your stats for the end of the year.
The power play for Vancouver though this week was 4 for 14,
Okay.
and the penalty kill was 10 for 14 with a shorthanded goal for.
I mean, that shorthanded goal for makes it look better.
Yes, it does. Connor Garland is the top player with 1 goal and 4 assists on the week,
All right, Vancouver.
and he helped create a couple of goals against Washington.
Okay,
With
Vancouver.
his forecheck. Um, so he played well. We're gonna finish up with Vegas, who went 3-0 this week. Oh, Vancouver is 4-2 on the season. Vegas is 4-0-2. They we talked about two of these games. The 4-2 win against Calgary, where Akira Schmid is in net. Um, Eichel had 2 goals in this game. Then Schmid was in net, where Hill started the game against Calgary. Schmid finished it. Schmid started the second game um, with a 6-5 win. Carlson had 2 goals in that game against Boston, where they outshot Boston 37-24. And then the 6-1 win against Calgary. Hill back in net here. 3 players had 4 points in this game, but Stone 2 goals, 2 assists. 5 for 11 on the power play, 5 for 7 on the penalty kill. Their top players are Eichel and Stone. Eichel with 3 goals, 5 assists, and
Jesus.
Stone 6 assists.
Say it one more time. You cut out there. What did Stone have?
2 goals and 6 assists.
2 goals, 6, both with 8 points. It's pretty crazy.
Both with 8 points.
All right. Well, Vegas just chugging along. They're one of the other
Just chugging along.
teams with no regulation losses. Like I said, Colorado is one of the other ones. And we're going to start in the Metropolitan Division with the only
Before we do that, because, just thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure why they brought in Carter Hart.
I don't know either, really.
Who is going to leave?
Schmid.
Yes, you're paying Hill the money. But I don't know if Hill has played that great since winning the Cup.
That might be part of the reason they brought Carter Hart in. Because I think Carter Hart's contract was $1.8 million for 2 years or something like that.
It's something small.
It's a small amount.
I think Akira Schmid has played well in
all
the chances he's gotten.
I doubt they're not going to send Aiden Hill down. He won't pass through waivers. I wouldn't think.
No, he won't.
So it has to be Akira Schmid, but Akira Schmid might not pass through waivers either. So
I don't think Akira Schmid is going to pass through waivers.
Carter Hart might pass through waivers if you put him on. If they want to send him down to the AHL to see what's going on with him,
I mean, he's on the AHL now. He immediately went to the AHL.
So we'll see if they call him up. But he hasn't played in a while. Yeah, he hasn't played in a while. So he's got to knock that rust off, and it's better to do it in the AHL than the NHL, right? So
yeah.
Okay. Now, onto the only undefeated team, the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 5-0 on the season, 3-0 this week.
Good.
They are looking very good. And this is all. I don't believe Svechnikov or Ehlers has a point yet, and they're 5-0, and they've looked dominant. That's not a knock on those guys. Yeah, I mean, slow starts and all of that, but I'm just saying, two of their top players don't even have a point yet, and they're 5-0. So,
I mean, Ehlers on that line with Jarvis and Aho, that line is dominant. So he's just snaking.
He just hasn't gotten a point yet. Yeah, I'm sure those assists and goals will come soon enough.
Absolutely.
I was just making a point that neither one of the two of their top 6 forwards doesn't have a point, and they're still 5-0. So that was my only point. They beat San Jose 5-1. Clay already mentioned all of these games. Beat him 5-1. Stankoven 2 assists in this game, and Bussy 16 of 17 for his, I believe, a win in his debut for the Hurricanes.
A win in his debut,
Yeah, I mean he played for Boston previously, but
but
this
he
is the
did not
first game he
play in the
played.
NHL.
Did he not?
No.
It also threw me off when I was looking at stuff that Bussy's 27.
Yes.
I could have sworn he was much younger than that, but
Yeah,
I guess
agreed.
that's just like
But
a time getting away from us here.
no, we just started talking about him because he came the name
Yeah,
like
yeah, obviously. Brandon Bussy on the Boston Bruins. I mean, come on.
right.
Get Brandon Bussy and Bobby Brink on the Boston Bruins. Come on. It's hilarious to
I
have that.
mean,
And his last name's Bussy, which,
yeah,
if you don't know why we think that's funny, look it up.
Urban Dictionary.
Urban
But
Dictionary.
like
That.
he had a normal last name until that
Until
suddenly
until
changed.
somewhat like the last 5 years ish.
Yeah.
Um, Carolina then beat Anaheim 4-1. Seth Jarvis 2 goals and an assist in this game. Gostisbehere 3 assists, and Aho had a goal and an assist, while Anderson 23 of 24. And then they beat LA in overtime, as Clay mentioned, 4-3. Stahl had 2 goals in this game. Keandre Miller had 2 assists, and Jarvis scored the overtime game winner. Seth Jarvis is your top player for the Carolina Hurricanes. 3 goals, 2 assists. 1 for 9 on the power play, 9 for 10 on the penalty kill, and as I said, 5-0, top of the top of the league. Yeah, top of the league currently, because I think not Vancouver, Vegas also has 10 points, but Carolina has a game in hand on Vegas.
Yeah. Bussy, yes, is 27,
Mm-hmm.
but his junior year of college was 21, 22, and
Oh, so he was a little old coming into the league too.
yes, so
Okay,
21,
that
22,
makes a little more sense.
he didn't join. He left college his senior year to go pro. So yeah, he's
Got it. Okay, that makes me feel a little better about how old he is. Because I was like, I feel like he didn't get drafted that long ago, which makes sense now that he didn't actually get drafted that long ago. He was older when
yes,
he came to the league, but that's fine.
and also this is his third team.
Where was he between Boston and Carolina?
He got traded to Florida, so he was in the
Oh
Charlotte Jaggers.
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Huh. Bussy going all around the league.
Yeah.
Columbus is up next, going 1-2. They lost to the Devils 3-2. Voronkov and Marchenko had the goals in that game, while Jet Greaves 25 of 27 lost to Colorado 4-1. Got outshot by Colorado 36-23. Provorov had the only goal in that game of all people. Merzlikins
Hmm.
32 of 35, and then they beat Tampa Bay 3-2. Marchenko, Johnson, and Severson scored the goals in that game, while Jet Greaves, who looks like he's just the starter now in Columbus, went 22 of 24, and he's their top player, going 47 of 51 on the week for a 922 save percentage and a 2.04 goals against in those 2 games he started. Columbus 0-4 on the power play, 3 for 4 in the penalty kill. Only 4 penalties, so that's that's a
That's not bad.
positive. That's a positive. 2-3 on the season, so a little bit of a slower start for Columbus, but not terrible. You know,
Yep.
I think people, us included, are I'm not burying them, are expecting them to fight for a wild card spot this season. So we'll see if they can keep
Yeah.
that up, keep that pace up from last year, where Adam Fantilli had 40 goals. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see if he can bring that back this year. The Devils went 3-0 this week, beating Columbus 3-2, 2 for 2 on the power play. Dawson
Yep.
Mercer had 2 goals in that game, and both goalies played in this one. This was the one I'm talking about. This is definitely where Markstrom got injured, because
Yeah.
Allen played the rest of the game. They went 31 of 33 combined. They beat Florida 3-1. Outshot Florida 33-22. Timo Meyer goal and an assist, and Jake Allen was 21 of 22. And then they beat Edmonton 5-3. Jack Hughes 2 goals and an assist. Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt each had 2 points, while Allen went 27 of 30 in that one, and he's your top player of the
Hmm.
week. Jake Allen went 71 of 76 on the week, good for a 934 save percentage and a 1.88 goals against. So he played 2 2/3 of the games this week, and really bailed him out when Markstrom went down. The Islanders went 2-1 this week, better week than last. They did lose to Winnipeg 5-2. They outshot Winnipeg in this game 35-26 and lost 5-2. Sorokin was 21 of 25, and Pajot and Heineman scored the only goals in the game for the Islanders. They beat Edmonton, as Clay already mentioned, 4-2. Bo Horvat had a hat trick in this game, while Barzell had a goal and an assist.
Yeah, they did.
And Rittich was 31 of 33. And then they beat Ottawa 5-4. Anders Lee had 2 goals and an assist, while Sorokin was 29 of 33 for that victory. Don't have a top player, though. Really spread out scoring. All of Horvat's scoring came in the one game for the most part. I think he had another goal this week, but 3 of the 4 goals were in one game. They were 1 for 13 on the power play, 6 for 9 on the penalty kill with a shorthanded goal for. And they're 2-3. So, same place as Columbus currently. The Rangers, 1-1-1. This week, losing to Edmonton 2-0. Shesterkin was 20 of 21 in this game. He's doing his goddamn best.
He's doing his goddamn best.
And here's a stat that the Rangers fans are not going to want to hear. They're the first team ever to get shut out in their first 3 home games of the season. That's pretty bad. They got shut out by Pittsburgh. Who was the other shutout last week? I don't even remember.
Buffalo?
No, they shut out Buffalo. Hold on.
They shut out Buffalo. Okay.
Let me look.
That was the first. Was it Washington? It was a 1-0 Washington loss.
Yes, it was Washington. And then now they got shut out by Edmonton. Those fans at MSG are not going to be happy about that.
No. That's why I said Buffalo, because I knew a shutout was involved, and I've been watching a lot of Washington and Buffalo games, so I got confused.
Yeah, that's totally fair. So that's not a great statistic, and they do play at home again this week, I believe. So we'll see if they can break that streak. Although, part of me wants to kind of see it keeping going because I hate the Rangers. So, I'm petty. Toronto beat them 2-1 in overtime. Parsonen had the only goal for the Rangers, while Shesterkin was 22 of 24. And then they beat Montreal 4-3. Panarin, a goal and 3 assists in this game. Was Benajad, goal and an assist. And Adam Fox had 2 assists. And Johnny Quick was 21 of 24 in that one. And obviously, Shesterkin's their top player. He went 42 of 45, 933 save percentage, 1.50 goals against, and he's already, I think, the favorite to win the Vezina through 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly. The Rangers went 1 for 8 on the power play, 2 for 4 on the penalty kill, and they are 3-3-1 to start the season.
Yeah.
Kind of middling for the Rangers.
That's kind of middling. I will say it did not happen tonight.
Oh, they did score tonight.
Scored a goal.
Okay, well there you go. They broke that. They broke the streak, but still not a great streak to have.
Holy!
What?
Schneider blew Marcus Foligno up.
Okay, well that's for next week, Clay.
Yeah, that's true, but goddamn.
All right, the Flyers are up next, and they went 2-1. They beat Florida 5-2. Florida, the injuries are starting to get to Florida. Losing to Philly 5-2 is pretty bad. Sean Couturier did have 2 goals and 2 assists in this game, while Sanheim had 2 assists of his own, and Vladar 24 of 26. They lost to Winnipeg 5-2. The shots in this game were 17-15 in favor of the Flyers.
Yeah, not a lot.
And they gave up 5 goals. Mishakov and Tippett had the goals for Philly, while Urson stopped 10 of 14 shots faced. Yikes. Um,
Yeah.
they then beat Minnesota 2-1 in overtime. And I'm just going to mention it again. The shots in this game were 21-16 in favor of the Flyers. So low
Hmm.
shot games for the Flyers. Tippett and Cates had the goals. Cates was the overtime goal, and Vladar was 15 of 16 in this one. Sean Couturier, 2 goals, 3 assists. Your co-top player with Dan Vladar, who was 39 of 42 on the week. Good for a 9.29 save percentage, a 1.47 goals against. Next up,
You
everybody.
mentioned
Huh? Go ahead.
you mentioned Vladar, and I'm just like, why are you talking about the Flames?
No, no, he's on Philly.
And then I just
I
forgot.
think he's Philly's starter too. So,
Yeah.
because Urson has not played well in it, I think the 2 games that he's played so far.
Yeah.
The Flyers, excuse me, were 0 for 5 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against, and 2 for 4 on the penalty
Hmm.
kill. They're 2, 2, and 1 on the season so far. Pittsburgh
Gotcha.
is up next. Everybody's favorite. They went 2-1 this week in a California trip where they lost to Anaheim 4-3. As Clay already mentioned. Clay already mentioned all of these games.
Yep.
Crosby and Shea had 2 assists apiece, while Jari was 18 of 22. Pittsburgh then beat LA 4-2. Hollander, it's Philippe Hollander, got his first
Hmm.
NHL goal in this game for the Penguins, while Carlson and Wotherspoon, excuse me, each had 2 assists, and Shilovs was 30 of 32 in this game. And weirdly enough, that Carlson Wotherspoon pairing, not bad. It's weird. I think this new coach in Pittsburgh has kind of reinvigorated Eric Carlson. He's not blowing anybody away or anything, but he's playing much better than he has recently. And then just his pairing is with Wotherspoon, who is also playing fine. So who would
Right.
have known,
So
right?
that's
Who
who
would
would
have
have thought?
guessed? Who would have guessed that Parker Wotherspoon would have been the perfect, at least for the in the first 2 weeks of the season, the perfect pairing for Eric Carlson. And then the Penguins shut out the San Jose Sharks 3-0. Crosby and Malkin each had a goal and an assist, and Tristan Jarry made 31 saves for his first shutout of the season. And Sidney Crosby, to no one's surprise, is their top player, 2 goals, 3 assists, 1 for 4
Of
on the
course.
power play, 8 for 10 on the penalty kill with a shorthanded goal for. And the Penguins are, I would say, to some people, a surprising 4-2 to start the season.
Yeah.
I don't, people were burying the Penguins, and they might still fall off a cliff. I'm not making any proclamations here, but a four
But
and two start
early it looks good.
early, they already look significantly better than they did last year. Maybe they just needed a new coach, right? I I love
Maybe
Mike Sullivan, but
sometimes that happens.
maybe his time was just up with the Penguins, right? And their 2 teenagers are playing really well too, and Harrison Brunick and Ben Kindle, who are surprising everybody by playing very well.
Yep.
Anyway, Washington is up next. Also went 2-1. They beat Tampa Bay 3-2 in overtime. Outshot Tampa Bay 28-19. Tom Wilson, goal and 2 assists. Dylan Strome, 2 assists himself, and Jake Chikrin had the overtime game winner. Washington then beat Minnesota 5-1, where this is the biggest shot disparity of the season so far. Outshot him 45-14.
Yeah. That's
Yikes.
the biggest one.
Yikes, Minnesota. Dylan Strome, 2 goals and 2 assists in this game. Ovechkin, Wilson, and Fehavari each had 2 points, while Logan Thompson only had to make 13 of 14 saves to win this game. Washington then lost to Vancouver 4-3, as Clay already mentioned. Dylan Strome and Tom Wilson each had 2 assists, while Charlie Lindgren was 20 of 24 for the loss. And I just want to point out again that they only had 1 block shot in this game.
Only one block shot in front of him.
Crazy. Dylan Strome's their top player, though. 2 goals, 6 assists, so he's right there with Eichel and Stone for 8 points this week.
Absolutely.
They were 3 for 8 on the power play. Another team that went 2 for 4 on the penalty kill in the Metropolitan Division this week.
Hmm.
That's 3. It's just weird that all of them went 2 for 4. And
All of them just didn't want to do the penalty kill.
I guess. And they are also 4-2 on the season.
Yep.
And that is it for the Metro.
All right. Before I get started into the Atlantic, I'm gonna look at the NHL wildcard standings.
Okay, go for it, man. Because
We,
they're like
all
confusing
right.
right now.
They're so stupid. All right. I'm not gonna do the Eastern Conference or the Atlantic, excuse me, until we're done with it.
Hmm.
But the Metro,
It's 5 teams in the playoffs right now, right?
5 teams in the playoffs right now. You got your Carolina Hurricanes 5-0, 10 points. Then the New Jersey Devils 4-1-0,
Who's that team
8
in third?
points. Pittsburgh Penguins with 6 games played, 4-2-0, 8 points right there. They have the tiebreaker of regulation wins over the Washington Capitals, 4-2-0 as well, 8 points. And then there is the Rangers as that second wild card spot with 3-3-1, 7 points, 7 games played.
Hilarious through the
Now
first 2 weeks of the season.
we have 3 teams with 7 games played season, and a bunch more teams that only have 5 games played.
Oh yeah, it's 2 weeks into the season. We're
It's
being a
two
little
weeks in.
silly
But
here, but
all right. Then you got the Florida Panthers 3-4-0, the Boston Bruins, Flyers, Sabres, Jackets, Islanders, Senators, and Lightning.
the
In that
Lightning
order.
being in last has got to be a little surprised. Ottawa being down there too. 2 weeks into the season, everybody
There's a
cool
lot
your
of teams
jets.
going.
Once we get through next
It's
week, if those teams are still down there, that's when I'm gonna start questioning, right? Because that'll be
uh,
probably 3 more games, 10-ish games into the season, right?
once
For
we get to
everybody.
10, 15 games, then
Then
it
then we'll
becomes
start being
serious.
like, I don't know. But Tampa
Um,
Bay could go 3-0 this next week and be right
right.
back up there, right?
Western Conference is Colorado, Winnipeg, Mammoth, top three. Uh,
Yeah.
the Pacific is Vegas Golden Knights, Seattle Kraken, Vancouver Canucks.
No one would have guessed the Seattle Kraken being in second place with no regulation losses. Who's in the wild card though? Because I know one of them
Wild
that
card.
you wanted to say.
The wild card. The two wild cards are the two rivals with the Chicago Blackhawks and the St. Louis Blues.
Chicago is off to a pretty good start on the season. St. Louis, I don't think is not that surprising, but Chicago being three
So let,
two and
let,
two is
let me talk about the two teams that the St. Louis Blues have the tiebreaker over
mhm.
currently, because these 3 teams are tied with points. St. Louis currently is the tiebreaker over the Dallas Stars
Oh yeah, that's right.
and the Nashville Predators.
That one's a little more surprising. So I mean,
They're both surprising, but in different reasons.
for different reasons, yeah. I guess you could say if you're Nashville, maybe you're saying last year was an anomaly, and we are a
Yeah.
wild card contender. Fair enough. Got to keep it going though. Dallas, yeah, that's not a great start for Dallas. But we haven't even
Um,
gotten to those teams yet, Clay.
no, we haven't. So let me talk about the Atlantic. Um, First up is Boston, who last week went 3-0. This
Yep.
week went 0-4. Um,
Yeah, Boston came crashing. I feel like you did that because you were like, one of the teams that's undefeated, and I hate it, is Boston. And then they lost
yep.
4 games this week, all in regulation.
Yes. All in regulations. They started their week by losing to Tampa 3-4. Pavel Zacha assist in that game. They outshot Tampa Bay 33-23, and they were 68% on the face-off dot.
They still lost that game.
Yes.
Woo!
Then they lose to Vegas 5-6, where defense is just a suggestion. Gave up a shorthanded goal. SMA had a goal and assist in that game. They lose to Colorado 4-1. Swayman in net there. He did have a 919 save percentage. They were outshot by Colorado 38-14.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I forgot. I have that one written down as well.
And then they finished by losing to Utah 3-2, 2-3.
Good.
Pasternak had 2 goals in that game. They were 2 for 14 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against.
Ouch. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I think that's the worst one of the week.
And they were 15 for 18
Oh
on
no,
the
I take
penalty
it back.
kill.
One of your teams was -1 for 8, so that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
true.
worst one. But yeah, essentially 1 for 14 on the power play. What did you say for the penalty kill?
15 for 18.
18 penalties in 4 games is
Yes.
nuts. That's oh man, nearly 5 per game.
Well, it was 2-6-5-5.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's pretty bad, honestly. I just feel like Boston, since they traded Marchand, they're kind of like I don't know, they just like don't have an identity. I love David Pastrnak. He's an excellent player. Like don't get me wrong. But like
Well, I mean,
I don't
Pasta
know, they
had
just don't
4
have
points,
sure.
but
But like
there's no top player.
Pasta doesn't have like a strong personality, right? So they just don't have like a heart of their team. It feels like anymore, right? Because Marchand's gone. They even have a captain
Yeah.
currently. I don't
No,
think
and
they
I mean,
do.
why would you?
I mean, of anybody, it would probably be Pasternak. But like I said, he doesn't have a strong. He scores a ton, but that doesn't necessarily mean he would make a good captain, right?
Right.
It's just my thought about them.
They're 3-4. I think I said that, and they don't have a top player.
Nah, you can't have a top player
Buffalo's up
going 0
next.
4. Mm-hmm.
They went 2-1 this week.
Woo! Let's go Buffalo.
Um, they lost to Colorado to start their week.
Mm-hmm.
3-1. Then a wild game against Ottawa.
Wild game you were at, I would like to point out.
I was at this game. Yes, they won 8-4.
Nuts.
The first goal that Buffalo scored, well, they were down 3-1, 2-1, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the first goal that Buffalo scored went off the bounced off the glass because it was a shot that went too high, bounced off the glass, went directly into the goalie's back, and then into the net.
I love goals like that. You're like you get one of those once every like couple of seasons that just takes the weirdest bounces off the glass and just like donks off the goalie and just goes in the net. Ah, physics at work.
Zach Benson in his first game back, first game this season, had 4 assists that night.
God damn. Hey, maybe they needed him. Apparently.
Oh, they absolutely did. They had. I mean,
it's a kid who's like not even 20. I don't think yet.
He is 20.
He is 20. Okay, but he's 20.
Is 20. Yeah. They had 3 players on 2-goal games.
It's nice.
Quinn, McLeod, and Zucker all had 2-goal games. McLeod had a short-handed goal that helped spark the comeback. But they would just for both teams, it was really ugly defending in front of the net.
Oh yeah, in an 8-4 game, defense is barely being played that game. Is this the game that Tkachuk got injured in?
No.
No? Okay.
Tkachuk did not play.
Oh, so he got injured before this game.
Yes.
That's part of the problem for Ottawa.
They finished this week by shutting out Florida 3-0. Where Josh Doan had 2 goals in this game. Their power play 5 for 10.
Damn good. 50% straight on.
They went 3 for 3 against Ottawa.
Ouch.
Actually, this Ottawa game, 3 for 3 on the power play with 4 for 5 on the penalty kill with a shorthanded goal. 4.
Ooh, so basically perfect. Yeah.
Yes. Against
very rare those games come up.
The penalty kill for the week was 15 for 16
Okay.
with a shorthanded goal for.
So nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Good job, Buffalo.
Their
Although
top player,
16 penalties is 16 power play kills in 3 games is a lot.
it was against Florida. They had to kill 7.
That'll jack up the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Department of Panther Safety.
It's not working so well so far this year.
Um, I don't actually believe that. It's just fun to say.
No, I know, I know.
Their
It's
top
just one of those
their top
conspiracy
players
theories, you know. Yeah.
are Josh Stone and Zach Benson.
Nice.
Stone, 2 goals and 3 assists. Benson, 5 assists in 2 games.
I mean, Doan is now looking like um, the centerpiece of that JJ Paterka trade.
Only because Kesselring hasn't played yet.
I guess that's true, but it's looking like that worked out for Buffalo, at least for where Josh Doan is.
So far, I mean, yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's Benson and Doan have played very well because these guys are going head first into the boards, retrieving pucks.
Hey,
They
that's
are absolutely fearless on the forecheck and the back check, and
that's how you stay in the
this
league,
is
baby,
what Buffalo
especially as a young
needs.
kid. I will say, just rolling back to the Penguins for a second, that's what Ben Kindle, the Penguins' 18-year-old player, is also doing. That's why
Yeah,
he's on the team because he's actually playing pretty well defensively, which is weird for an 18-year-old to be doing.
Benson only had 18 assists last year.
Really?
Yes,
So he already has nearly a third of that in 2 games.
in
Good for him.
in one game.
Hey,
In one game.
if a guy like Zach Benson can take a big step forward, bump up those assist numbers, score some goals in there too, maybe he gets around 50 points. That's going to be huge for Buffalo.
He is the guy that almost every analytics, like everything is saying that he is going to have a breakout year.
I
And
mean,
I
2 games into the year, it looks like
full
it. Yeah.
and fully agree with it. Um yeah, I know.
Get out of here, Jenny.
Another one of those players, or Detroit has another one of those players who has just been absolutely grinding it and being rewarded for it. Um, because Detroit this week went 4-0.
Number 1 in the division currently, right? Detroit.
Currently, number 1 in the division, being 5-1.
Not bad.
I still don't trust their defense. I don't.
Again, 2 weeks into the season, but
But the 3-2 win against Toronto to start their week, where Mason Appleton scores the game winner with under a minute left. They were outshot by Toronto 40-15.
oh my God. There's a lot of big shot disparities this week.
Cam Talbot, 950 save percentage. Then they beat Florida. Talbot 4-1. Talbot with another 9.5 save percentage. These shots were closer.
Cam Talbot will never
Mason
die.
Appleton.
He's going to play forever and be okay.
Mason Appleton, another 2 goals.
Wow. Look at him.
And
he's right up there with Justin Brazeau of the Penguins being like, how do you have that many goals already?
the 2-1 overtime win against Tampa Bay. Gibson net here with a 9.69 save percentage. Well, that game. And then finally a 4-2 win against Edmonton. Gibson net here. This is more of a low scoring game. But Emmett Finney,
Oh, yeah.
2 goals and an assist.
7th round draft pick this past year, right?
seventh. No, not this past year.
Oh, a
Seventh round
formerly
draft
seventh
pick.
round draft pick. Okay, sorry.
This is
Um,
only this is only his D+2 season. He's 20 years old.
got it. But hey, look at him. What a fucking steal
A,
that he's.
a lot of other players in his draft class are not playing yet.
Mm-hmm. Emmett Finney. I hope he becomes
He's
a star
playing.
because that's such a funny name.
He is playing some top line minutes.
He's a defenseman, right?
No,
No? Oh, I thought he
no, he
was.
is not. He is playing on the top line with Larkin
That's insane.
and Raymond
Good for him. Hey, good for him.
because of how he's playing. He is. He also took a
Emmett
huge
Finney.
step in his development last year that no
Hmm.
one thought he was going. Like no one.
He's just
Um.
potentially a diamond in the rough for the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah. But
Iserman hits
Lucas
a home
Raymond.
run finally.
I mean, he's drafted
He
well.
drafted Lucas Raymond. Yeah,
Um.
yeah, he's drafted well.
Yeah. The defenseman that you were thinking about that has been playing really well. He's also 20 years old. Is Sandin Pelika.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's another kid who is doing what he was. He was one of those guys on our list who's just like, what? Who's this kid?
Yeah, isn't it isn't it like Anderson Sanders Palika or something like that?
It's it's cooler. It's Axel.
Axel.
Um.
You're right. It is cooler. I
Uh.
mean, that's a sick name to be in the league, so I hope he continues to do well.
But they're not playing Hamannik. He's in the press box,
They shouldn't be.
as he
So
should be, as
yeah,
he should be. But
I feel like I've been hearing Hamonic is starting to get into that range of like Goodbranson and
starting, he's been in that range for years now.
yeah, it's as one of those guys that's like, how do you keep getting signed by teams? You know,
But yeah, so it's that top line is
Axel,
Finney, Larkin, and Raymond.
Emmett Finney, and Axel Sanders Pelika, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Uh, Brandseg Nygaard's playing on the second line.
They got such cool names in Detroit right now.
They
Give them the Stanley Cup.
kind
I want those names on the cup.
um, but yeah, no, they've been outperforming expectations.
They should
And
trade for Ukko Pekka Luukkonen. I'm just saying.
you
Just get
shut
them all.
your mouth.
Just get them all.
But guys, Finney and Sandin Pelika have been stepping up, and hopefully they can keep this momentum going.
I mean, God, please, Detroit needs something.
I
The Red Wings have been floundering for years at this
for
point.
9, 10 years, but
Yeah.
remember they had 25 straight playoff
I
seasons,
know, but
so
we're starting to get to the point where that doesn't matter anymore. In my mind, at least.
I mean they won a cup in 2008, went to it in 09,
True. It's last time.
so that's not that far. I mean it's far now, but
I know, but
but like there's hockey teams that have not seen their team go to the cup in their lifetime.
yeah, but fuck Toronto.
True. All right, 2 for 10 on the power play, 8 for 8 on the penalty kill.
Okay,
Dylan Larkin is their top player.
makes sense. Captain.
4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points.
Ooh, top of the league so far that we've talked
Top of
about
the league. I mean this week.
this week. Yeah, this week. But still,
Yeah. So next up is Florida, who did the opposite of
yeah,
Detroit. Went 0-4.
those injuries are starting to make a difference on Florida.
They also, just like Boston, went 3-0 last week.
Hmm. I was a little surprised they were
Um,
3-0 just because no Barkov, no Kachuk. Like this week, much
uh,
more evident that Barkov, Kachuk, Kulikov aren't playing.
well, Kulikov started this week.
Right, but he got
He
injured
didn't finish it.
midweek or something.
Mikula also missed some games, but he is
Mm,
back already.
okay.
Like he was just day to day, but he was back. No, he left the Buffalo game early, but will be playing the next game. Uh, these are all games away. The We've talked about all of them so far. The 5-2 loss against Philadelphia got scored a shorthanded goal against Tarasov in net. 4-1 loss against Detroit. Um, they out hit Detroit 32-15, but Detroit blocked 21 shots to Florida's 9.
Say
Um,
9, 21 to 9.
no, 21-9 block shots.
It's better than Washington.
Yeah, it is. 3-1 loss against the Devils. They were outshot by the Devils 33-22. Tarasov in net there, and then getting shut out by Buffalo. They were 1 for 19,
Yikes.
19 power plays.
19 power plays is crazy.
1 for 19 with a shorthanded goal against.
0 and 19 then. 0 for 19.
0-19. And then 13 for 17 on the penalty kill.
I mean, at least they're also getting penalties called against them, so it's
Yeah.
almost equaled out there. 19 power plays and they scored once.
It got
Eesh.
scored on
And
during it.
then also got scored on during it.
It was the same game.
Of course it was. Why wouldn't it be?
They got scored on and scored their power play.
So that power play just doesn't count.
Nope. I mean, they don't get a top player.
Nah.
Montreal is up next. They are 2-1 this week, 4-2 on the season. The overtime win against Seattle, 5-4. Cole Caulfield 2 goals in that game. Then the overtime win against Nashville, 3-2. Cole Caulfield 2 goals in that game. They outshot Nashville 30-19. One of these two games, Cole Caulfield scored the overtime game-winning goal with 19 seconds left in overtime. I just forgot which one. And that was the pause.
To go along with that stat, he has now scored 10 overtime goals, which is tied for the most in Montreal history, which seems impossible.
Yes, it does. But remember,
that's crazy.
Remember, teams could tie.
Fair. Yeah, that's true. But Montreal has been around for over 100 years.
Yeah.
And they only have, I think it's 2 guys. I don't remember who he's tied with, but they only have 2 guys that have scored 10 overtime goals that entire time.
That entire time.
That's crazy. I think it's still Yager who has the most overtime goals ever.
I think it is.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't remember how many it is. It's a lot. It's like 20 or 30 or something.
Then they finished their week by losing to the Rangers 3-4. 1 for 7 on the power play, 5 for 8 on the penalty kill. Cole Caulfield is their top player with 4 goals and 1 assist on the week. Next up is Ottawa. Ottawa has not been playing well. Their defense has not been great. The 1-4 loss.
I'm wrong. Do you know who has the most overtime goals of all time?
Is it Ovechkin?
It is Alex Ovechkin with 27.
Okay, cool.
You know who's second?
It was Andrew Chuck.
Sidney Crosby with 24.
Oh, cool.
So there you go. I was wrong. I had to look it up. I thought it was Yager. Yager's like 5th or something.
Gotcha.
So Cole Caulfield could challenge for that. He's like 26 and he's already at 10. So
I think he's even younger.
I think he is younger than that. I think Cole Caulfield, if he stays healthy, dark horse for Richard this year. I'm throwing that out there.
Absolutely. He is 24.
There you go. He's already nearly a third of the way to those to Ovechkin, or over a third of the way.
24. He last 2 seasons he played all 82 games.
Oh, okay, sick. I guess I was thinking of a couple seasons ago when, but
Yeah.
I think Dark Horse Richard candidate.
Um, since he from his 20-year-old season, I mean that's 4 years, 4 seasons. He's hasn't scored less than 20 goals.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Okay, just because
he
I'm
could
still
be an absolute force.
because I'm still looking at it. Can you guess who third and fourth are? They're both players that are playing right now.
Both players playing right now.
Hmm.
Um, Tavares.
John Tavares is number 6, so that's a good guess
Ooh,
with
ooh.
18.
Uh,
So these two have 21 and 19 overtime goals in their career.
they're older guys.
Are they?
O'Reilly.
Nope. I'll give you one more guess at one of the two of them.
Man, I'm trying to think like the entire McDavid and
No.
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl.
Okay.
Draisaitl has 19 overtime
Wow.
game winners. And the other one is Brad Marchand with 21.
Oh, you know what?
So Leon Draisaitl is going to break that record.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Marchand, I should have been able to guess because
It's crazy.
that his speed over the years.
Sure, it's diminished now, but he used to be exceedingly fast.
Yeah.
And I guess 3-on-3 overtime has certainly skewed this.
Yes.
And will continue to skew it. But Mark Scheifele is number 7 as well. The only retired player in the top 7 is Jaromir Jagr.
Hmm.
All right, let's keep going. Sorry.
Ottawa, bad defense. 1-4 loss against Nashville. Perfect on the penalty kill. They were 71% on the faceoff dot.
And they lost 4-1.
I mean, faceoff isn't the end all be all, but like
Certainly
it gets
not,
you good
but
position. It gets you good position in both the offensive and defensive zones.
yeah,
But 71% on the
crazy.
faceoff dot. That's crazy.
To then lose by 3 goals is nuts.
Yeah. The 4-8 loss against Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Spence had 3 assists in that game.
Take that, Kings.
Jordan Spence's plus minus was 3 after that game.
That's pretty impressive in an 8-4 loss that he was still a +3.
Yes. With 3 assists. That means he was not on the ice for any goals against.
Yeah, that's yeah.
They were 65% on the face-off dot that game.
Like you said, not the end all be all.
4-3 shootout loss against Seattle, where Shane Pinto had a goal plus the shootout winning goal. And then the 4-5 loss against the Islanders, where Stützle had a goal and an assist. They were 4 for 14 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against. And then 11 for 15 on the penalty kill. That's bad.
Stinky. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They don't have a top player.
Fair enough.
Tampa Bay 1-1-2 this week. They are 1-3-2 on the season. They beat Boston 4-3. Johansson in net there. Cirelli had the 2-goal game. The overtime loss against Washington, where they were out hit by Washington 23-8.
Who?
The 1-2 over against Detroit, and then the 3-2 loss against Columbus. They were 2 for 10 on the power play, 12 for 13 on the penalty kill. They don't have a top player.
I mean, those special teams
Special
numbers
teams
aren't
is
bad.
good enough.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Special teams is good enough. It's the 5-on-5 that's the problem.
Yeah.
Finishing up with Toronto, who went 2-1-1. They are 3-2-1 on the season. A 2-3 loss against Detroit. Nyes had 2 goals in that. A goal and assist in that game. And then a 7-4 win against Nashville. Caden Premu in net. They had 4 players who had 3 points. 2-1 overtime win against the Rangers. Matthews, the overtime winner in that game. I think. I might be wrong. And then the 3-4 overtime loss against Seattle. Tavares had 2 goals in that game. That's where he became the 4th player to score 500 points on 2 teams. They were 62% on the face-off dot. And Anthony Solars called out the team for not defending the goalie after.
Oh yeah, he kept getting run, right?
He's gotten run by He got run by Marchment in that game, but he's gotten run a couple of times this week.
Mm-hmm.
And his response was to, you could tell, or you could infer, he might have he was either going to punch Marchment, who ran him,
mm-hmm.
or Brandon Carlo, the guy who helped push Marchment, his own defender, Brandon Carlo.
He's going to fight his own defenseman,
yeah. And who was just standing over him, not
doing
protecting
anything.
him.
Yeah.
So he just flipped the net. It was either that or start throwing hands.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen a goalie flip a net. Out of frustration.
Yeah, it's been like Lundqvist.
Has it been since Lundqvist that like real? Man, that was really embarrassing for Lundqvist when he did that against the Penguins. Game. Yeah, well, yeah, because he said that he was trying to tell the ref like he was injured or something was wrong with his mask, and they wouldn't listen, and so he flipped the net.
Yeah,
but it was in a series against the Penguins where the Rangers were getting fucking dominated in that series. It was one of the seasons the Penguins won the Stanley Cup, and it was pretty embarrassing for Lundqvist in that game.
It's just one of the last times I can remember. The only other time I can really remember seeing a goalie mess with the net like that is when Askarov in the AHL used it as a bench press in a game.
Yeah, but that was
game celebration.
Yeah, that was a celebration though. So I think it really rarely happens that the goalie does it on purpose, where he literally turns around and flips the net off of the moorings. So
I mean, the whistle had been blown already, so it wasn't like
at least that was after the whistle of Lundqvist.
So yeah, he flipped the net, like clearly pissed, but then called out his team.
Sure.
And if he had, if he does this publicly, he's been doing it privately.
Yeah, he's shouting at them in the locker room.
And remember, he got injured multiple times last year for getting run. He had Bennett hit him in the head a couple of times. So, yeah.
And I feel like Toronto went out and got Brandon Carlo to help with this, and then he's literally not, at all.
Well, that's their fault because that's not Brandon Carlo's game.
Yeah, but you can see he's a defensive defenseman-ish.
Yeah, but
you would think
doesn't fight. He's just 6'7".
Yeah, he's a bigger dude that just doesn't fight.
That's
it. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the Atlantic, yes?
Let me just finish off the stats.
Oh,
2 for 10 on the power play, 9 for 11 on the penalty kill. They do have 2 top players with Nyes and Nylander, both having 7 points. Nyes having 2 goals, 5 assists. Nylander having 1 goal, 6 assists. And that's it.
Now that's it. Okay. Let's rip through the Central Division here because we're already pushing 2 hours on this podcast.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all.
It's okay. You guys know us if you've listened to this for any. Sometimes we just start talking, right? All right.
And also, I didn't take my ADHD meds, so
I wasn't going to say anything about that.
I will. My brain is buffered multiple times, and that is just buffering.
We had the one
Uh,
connection issue too, but Um, so we're gonna kick things off with Chicago, who last week went 0-2-1, and this week they went 3-0-1.
yeah, that's
3-0 and
impressive.
1. They beat Utah 3-1. Mikheyev had 2 goals in that game. Spencer Knight 21 of 22. They beat St. Louis
Remember when
8 to
dumbasses
3.
were calling Bedard a bust because he had a bad sophomore season?
Yeah, it's honestly not true. Obviously, they beat St. Louis 8 to 3. Uh, Connor Bedard was just on an exceptionally bad team last year.
Yeah, he was, and they weren't playing the coach wasn't playing the team correctly. So this
Yeah.
is an example of just the team getting a good coach
Mm-hmm.
or
Or
an actual
a better
coach,
coach. Yeah.
an actual coach, just like the Ducks in Quinville. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're already seeing a difference between like in their play.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm sorry.
No, I feel like it's a good thing to point out because
Columbus last year
yeah, Columbus last year
get an actual coach
that
instead
was
of
yeah
Vincent.
yeah. So in this 8 to 3 victory over St. Louis, Reichel had 2 goals and an assist. Bedard had 3 assists. Three other players had 2 points, and Soderblom was 23 of 26. They lost to Vancouver in a shootout 3-2. Donato and Bertuzzi both had goals. Spencer Knight
Hmm.
30 of 32, and then they beat Anaheim in overtime 2-1.
And that's the game where Bertuzzi got robbed
Yeah.
with that quick whistle
Oh yeah,
that
right,
they
right, right.
called goalie interference on, which it
That was
wasn't.
just
It was
like
just a
yeah, that
quick
was just like
whistle,
why'd you call
and then
that?
they doubled down at the goalie review.
It was just like no, we just say you blew the whistle too fast. It's okay.
It's just like a cop
It's just a
investigating
mistake.
himself.
It's
Oh, we
okay.
did nothing wrong. Um,
Ay, ay, ay. So in this 2-1 overtime Anaheim victory, Ryan Donato had the overtime game winner and an assist, while Spencer Knight was 38 of 39. Spencer Knight
Spencer
is
Knight
their top player, and I
is
think
the
Spencer
truth.
Knight is the truth here in Chicago, going 89 of 93, good for a 9.57 save percentage and a 1.28 goals against. Look out,
Nice.
look out, Shesterkin. Here comes Spencer Knight. Colorado went 3-0. Chicago was 3 for 6 on the power play, 6 for 8 on the penalty kill, 3-2-2 on the season so far.
Nice. That's great for them.
Yeah, that's a really good start for them. Colorado 3-0 this week. They beat Buffalo 3-1. McKinnon 2 goals, and Nachos and Makar each had 2 points, while Scott Wedgwood 27 of 28. They beat Columbus 4-1. Nichushkin 2 goals in this game, Makar a goal and an assist, and Wedgwood was 22 of 23 in this one. And then they beat Boston 4-1. 1 goal against in each of these games.
Oh,
Lankinen had 3 assists, McKinnon 2 goals, and Wedgwood was 13 of 14. Can you guess who their top player is? Because it's Scott Wedgwood, who went 62 of 65 on the week, 9.54 save percentage, 1.00 goals against, 1 goal
who
in
is
each game.
playing because Blackwood has no timetable for return.
Yeah, so who knows what's going on with Blackwood. Wedgwood is the starter.
It's a lower body injury. It might be groin.
Yeah,
Um,
groin is a tough injury to come back from, especially for a goalie. So, hey, Wedgwood's playing great so far. Colorado was 0 for 10 on the power play. No power play goals this week. 7 for 7 on the penalty kill. And they're 5-0-1. They've only lost one game, and it was in overtime. So they're right up there. I think they technically have the most points in the league so far. Not
yes.
factoring in games played with 11 points. Moving on to Dallas, who went 1-2 this week, beating Minnesota 5-2, getting outshot by Minnesota 41-25. They were 2 for 2 on the power play and 2 for 4 on the penalty kill in this game. Rope Hintz had a goal and 2 assists. Johnston and Lindell each had 2 points, while Ottinger was 39 of 41. They lost to Vancouver 5-3. Robertson had 2 assists in this game, while Casey DeSmith was 21 of 26. And then they lost to St. Louis 3-1. Rottenen had the only goal in that game for Dallas. Ottinger 19 of 21 in that game. No top player.
Yep.
They did go 4 for 8 on the power play, so that's pretty good. 5 for
Yeah.
9 on the penalty kill, though. Not good. 3-2.
Bad.
Dallas. Not the worst start, but they didn't look good this week.
Their penalty kill was bad.
Yeah, that penalty kill is real bad this week. 5 for 9 is not the worst one of the week, but not good.
No.
Minnesota, speaking of not a good week, went 1-2-1 this week, beating LA 4-3 in a shootout. They were 3 for 6 on the power play in this game. Tarasenko, he's on Minnesota. Did you remember that? I didn't. He had 2 assists in this game.
No, I didn't.
Wallstad 31 of 34. Minnesota did blow a 3-0 lead in this game. They did end up winning in a shootout, but they still blew a 3-0 lead. Marco Rossi had the only shorthanded goal between both teams. Dallas beat Minnesota 5-2, as I already mentioned. Kaprizov, a goal and an assist. Buyem, 2 assists. He's their rookie defenseman. And Gustafsson was 20 of 23. Lost to Washington 5-1. Which we already mentioned, and I'll point it out again. They got outshot 45-14 in this game. Marcus,
45 to 15.
It wasn't.
Not better.
Not better. Marcus Johansson was the one who scored the goal in that game.
Yep. Caps legend.
That's a problem. That has to be a problem you got to be looking at. Gustafsson was 40 of 45. He did his best. And then they lost to Philadelphia 2-1 in overtime. Vladimir Tarasenko had the only goal for Minnesota in that game, and Wallstedt was 19 of 21 in that one. They don't have a top player. 5 for 9 on the 5 for 9 on the power play, but 3 of those were in one game.
Impressive.
3 of them were in one game, but they were 3 for 6 against LA. That means they only had 3 more power plays the entire week, and they scored on 2 of them. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Hey, but guess what? Also 5 for 9 on the penalty kill. So
that's bad.
They are 2-3-1. So not the start that Minnesota wanted, I would imagine, right? Nashville also went 1-2-1 this week. They beat Ottawa 4-1. Marchessault had 2 goals in this game. UC Saros 31 of 32. Lost to Toronto 7-4. Weisblatt, Perbix, and Wilsby had 2 points. Just like that collection of names is so funny. The who's who of Nashville. Wilsblatt, I think Wilsblatt is a rookie. Perbix and Wilsby had 2 points. That's such a funny collection of names. Noonan was 21 of 26. Another funny name to be in that collection. They lost to Montreal 3-2 in overtime. Stamkos and Perbix had the goals in that game. Perbix turning into a goal scorer from the blue line all of a sudden. He had 2 goals in 2 games, I think. UC Saros 27 of 30. They got outshot 30-19 in this game.
Yeah.
And then they lost to Winnipeg 4-1. Bunting had the only goal in that game, and UC Saros was 20 of 24. They do not have a top player. 1 for 14 on the power play, 10 for 13 on the penalty kill, and Nashville is 2-2-2 on the season.
Perfectly balanced.
Perfectly balanced, right? As all things should be. St. Louis went 2-1 this week, beating Vancouver 5-2. I always forget how to say this guy's name because it's spelled like Snuggard, but it's Snuggerud. It's Snuggerud, I think.
It's Snuggerud.
Yeah, he had 2 goals in this game. Or Snuggerud, one of the 2. He had 2 goals in this game. Braden Chen had a goal and an assist, while Binnington was 27 of 29. Did lose to Chicago 8-3. Jake Neighbors, a goal and an assist. Both goalies played in this game because there were 8 goals. They were 21 of 29, so not even any empty net goals in this game. So that makes it look worse. And then they beat Dallas 3-1. Snoogaroo,
Yeah.
Suter, and Kairu had the goals in that game, while Bennington was 18 of 19. And hey, you know what? We got to give it to Bennington. He was 51 of 55 on the week. Good for a 927 save percentage, 181 goals against. So he came in
Good for
relief
him.
of that 8-3 game. I think he
Yeah.
might have only given up one goal in that game. Yeah, he had to have, based on math, only given up one goal in relief there. So there you go, Bennington. They're 1 for 4 on the power play, 4 for 5 on the penalty kill, and they're 3-2. Minnesota or St. Louis is.
Nice.
Utah is up next, and they went 3-1 this week, losing to Chicago 3-1. Got outshot 22-14. JJ Paterka, the only goal in that game, I believe his first goal in a Mammoth jersey, while Vanacek was 11 for 13 in that game. Excuse me, they outshot Chicago 22-14. Vanacek 11 for 13. Not a great look for Vanacek there.
Nope.
They beat Calgary 3-1. Hayton, Paterka, and Stenlin scored the goals in that game, while Vejmelka was 19 of 20. Beat San Jose 6-3. Outshot San Jose 34-21. They were 1 for 3 on the penalty kill in this game. That's going to be important in a second. Schmaltz had a hat trick and an assist in this game, while Clayton Keller had a goal and 3 assists. And Vejmelka was 18 of 21. And then they beat Boston 3-2. Schmaltz 2 assists in that game. Clayton Keller a goal and an assist, and Vanacek was 24 of 26. Schmaltz is their top player with 3 goals and 4 assists.
Nice.
They were 2 for 10 on the power play and 2 for 7 on the penalty kill this week. Somehow they won 3 games, and they're 4-2 on the young season.
Yeah, but you can't sustain that.
Not going 2 for 7 on the penalty kill. Ain't no way that's sustainable. Whew. They got to get that figured out. Maybe it was just a bad week. But that was bad. And finally, our final team this week, the Winnipeg Jets, going 3-0 on the week, beating the Islanders 5-2. Barron, Pearson, Stanley, and Niederreiter all had a goal and an assist in this game, while Comrie was 33 of 35. They need to
be playing Comrie more.
I'm thinking they're going to this year. I mean, Hellebuck did play the other 2 games this year, but they got to get Hellebuck some rest going into the playoffs, right? They beat Philadelphia 5-2 as well. Scheifele 2 goals in this game. Kyle Connor 2 assists. Hellebuck 15 of 17. And then they beat Nashville 4-1. Nemesnikov, Tays, and Niederreiter each had 2 points. Hellebuck was 30 of 31, and they were 2 for 3 on the power play in that game. And they have co-top players of Nino Niederreiter, 2 goals, 3 assists, and Connor Hellebuck, 45 of 48, good for a 9.38 save percentage and a 1.5 goals against average. They were 4 for 7 on the power play, very good. 12 for 12 on the penalty kill, also very good.
Nice.
And they are sitting at 4-1. And that's it.
Yeah, we're done.
Thank you guys for listening, as always. Sorry this was 2 hours long. Thank you for putting up with our tangents and discussions. We could be found wherever podcasts are found. Give us a rate, review, subscribe wherever applicable. And we will see you guys next week for week 3 of the NHL season at same puck time.
Same puck place.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.